Hey Coach Evans. Sup Schaefer. Wait. So what am I supposed to teach these kids about the Berlin Wall? Well, for starters, it was built on August 13, 1961. Everyone knows that. But what was the point of the wall? It was an attempt by the German Democratic Republic to stop people from East Berlin escaping the East German state controlled by the Soviets. What was the wall made out of? Are you kidding me, Schaefer? You seriously don't know? It started off as 96 miles of barbed wire fence. But it was too easy to scale. So another fence was built 100 yards from it. The space in between the two walls was called the death strip. I'd think you would remember that part. Hey now. I am not the one dressed as a soccer player without any knowledge of the sport at all. Dude. Chill out. Do you want my help or not? Yeah, man. Anyways, why was it called the death strip? It was covered with raked gravel, which made it easy to spot footprints. There were also mines and booby traps and a clear field for officers to shoot on sight. Well, if the first wall started as barbed wire, how come it's concrete today? The concrete wall was added in 1965 because they wanted West Berlin to be completely sealed off from East Berlin, and people were still getting through after they added the second barbed wire fence. So, you're saying after the concrete wall was built, no one else crossed over? No. Actually, about 5,000 people made it to the other side, but in its 30-year history, about 100 people were shot dead. Why was the wall built in the first place? The Marshall Plan from the United States had helped West Berlin financially, which made the West much better than the East. People wanted to escape the communist government in the East. Oh, that makes sense. So, when I take over the world, do you recommend I build one of these walls? I mean, it seems efficient. But for what? To keep all the stupid teenagers out? Instead of having to lock them in my closet. Ha 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 ha. That's not a bad idea. Now how do you expect me to remember all this information, much less those stupid cheerleaders that I teach? Glad you asked. Since I have no life after football season, I had time to write this rap. Okay, let's hear it. Built in 1961, August 13th is when this begun. It controlled German immigration, which changed the nation. Only took a day. East and West were sealed from each other, they say. 96 miles of just somewhere. Too easy to scale, so they made it higher. Alright Eminem, I've heard enough. Maybe it would be better to a Rush song. But you've given me an idea for our next list. What is that? Top 10 worst raps of all time. Number 1. Coach Evans' Berlin Wall rap. Oh, you think you're so clever? You have to be when you plan to be supreme ruler of the world. Now where did you really get all this information from? Fine. You caught me. I really got all this from http://www.dailysoft.com/berlinwall/history/y-the-berlin wall-was-built.htm. Whoa. Hold on. I am thinking you should write that down. The supreme ruler of the universe should be able to catch it the first time, but I'll say it more slowly this time. http://www.dailysoft.com/berlinwall/history/y-the-berlin wall-was-built.htm. Got it. Enough. Peace out, Girl Scout. Deuces, man.